Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to use a ladder. First thing you need to learn is how to carry a ladder. For this specific kind of ladder and most ladders that are set up like this, what you'll do is you'll take your right arm or your left arm, whichever one's dominant, stick it through and use your legs to lift the ladder. At this point, it's really just kind of setting on your shoulder. You're also holding it with your hand. I'll show you how to do it extended as well. The way that I do this is I typically stick my dominant hand through. I'll go so I'm in a crouched position, and then I'll take my other hand and put it on a rung just above my head. That way when I use my legs to lift, I can keep balance between my two arms here. Then you just walk like so, paying attention to any wires that may be above or anything that may be in your way. Next, what you need to know is how to use the ladder. So this specific ladder is actually pretty common. It's a multi-use, multi-purpose ladder. It can go into an A-frame, and then it can go straight out to an expanded version as well too. So there's one of these pins on each side of this ladder. You press in both of them just like that. Some of them have different ways that you can unlock it as well, but this one you just push in. Once you've done that, you've now unlocked this ladder so that you can move it into a different position. Did you hear that snap? Now it is locked in the A-frame position. So if you needed to get up into an attic, or if you needed to get something up high without being able to set it on something safely, this would be a good option for you. Once it's in the A-frame position, then we can move it into the extended position by doing the same thing we did to get it in the A-frame position, by pushing the pins on each side. It's a little tougher when you get to this point. And then once you've done this, I like to stand onto the side. I like to first look up, make sure there's no wires or anything that I'm going to hit before I extend this out. And once I've done that, then I just simply expand it like that. In order to close this ladder, you pretty much do what you did to set it up, but in reverse. So we'll take these two pins here, push them in, and then I like to stand off to the side, so that way when this other side comes down, I can catch it. That way it doesn't hit anybody's landscaping or tear up anything there. Then, once you've got it in the A-frame position, you again just press those two pins on the side and bring it up. And now it is locked in. It's locked there. So you don't have to worry about it opening up until you press these pins again. Now that we have this thing extended, what we need to do is we need to figure out how long the ladder needs to be in order for us to have two full rungs above the eave or above the gutter line. So in order to do that with this ladder, we've actually got these two clamps here on the side, which unlock this from being able to extend. You'll notice that there's two more over here as well too. Based on the size of this ladder and the size of this roof, I'm going to go up probably another two rungs here. So you push in the clamps like so, and we'll move it up two. And once we've got it in there, I make sure that it's locked. You always put the bending side towards the house. The first thing you want to do once you have your ladder set up is find a good level place on the ground to set your ladder, and find a good pitch on top of your roof that's not too steep. So we found a good spot here. What I'm going to do is gently set my ladder on top of the gutter, and we are right at about two rungs here. Once you've gotten up to the eave or the gutter line of the roof, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you've got a clean approach and that there's nothing that's going to get in your way from getting on top of the roof. So when you're getting onto a roof and you're getting off of the roof, you want to try to maintain 3 points of contact until you're securely on the ladder. In order to keep that 3 points of contact, you want to get to where your feet are just below the gutter line. If you put your feet on the step at the gutter line or above it, you'll be putting too much weight on the gutter and you could potentially damage them. So when I do this, what I want to do is I've got 2 points of contact on the ladder, one on the roof, and as I'm getting on here, so I've got a point of contact with my hand on the roof, also with my foot, and then I will move over to my knee. So now I have 3 points of contact, always whenever you're getting on and getting off of a ladder. Now that we've gotten up on top of the roof, getting off is typically the hardest part. So in order to do that, the first thing I do is make sure that I have a comfortable angle that I'm taking out of it. You also never want to put too much pressure one way or the other, or you could easily tip the ladder. You want to try to keep your weight as up and down and straight up and down as you can when you're getting on and getting off, so that way you avoid the opportunity to knock the ladder over. So the first thing I do is I will grab the ladder. I have 4 points of contact at this point, but I know that I'm about to let one of my legs go onto the ladder. Now, right now, I have my foot on this step, but I'm not putting any weight down on it. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to catch my balance and use all of my weight on this foot as I'm bringing my foot down to that next step. So now I've still got my 3 points of contact right here. I will bring this other one down, and again, it's important that you're maintaining an up and down weight balance. You don't want to lean too far forward, too far back, or to the side, because you run the risk of the ladder coming out from underneath you. And just as easily as you came up, you go right back down. And that is how you use a ladder. For more useful tips and tricks like this, follow us at Westside Construction. Thanks, guys.